marketing for talent is the most important thing you do in your business. It's more important than marketing for clients. And so the job ad is your key piece of marketing. So we want to get this right. All right, team, TFJ here. I hope you're doing fantastic today. So this week we've been talking about job ads and hiring, how important it is. So today I just want to spend a little bit of time breaking open the job ad for you and walking you through the job ad builder tool, which is going to be super helpful for you to actually write some killer job ads to attract the right people. So really excited about sharing this with you today. So we're going to jump in and unpack this all. So first thing is that when you're hiring, obviously that's a big part of having a successful business, getting a great team, and the actual job ad is massively important. So we want it to be something that attracts the right people. It's got to look amazing, and it's got to be super attractive. And if you don't get this right, you're just going to get bottom feeders. You're not going to be able to grow, and it's going to be tough. Business is not going to grow. If you do get it right, you'll attract the right people. You're definitely going to build a team, which is important, and you're going to have to buy some time back and actually create some freedom in your business, which is what this whole thing is about. So there's a couple of key principles I want to talk about here when we talk about hiring. You've got to know your numbers. I don't know if you've ever been in this situation, but I know a lot of our clients, our members have, and a lot of business owners have. You think about hiring someone, and the thought is, how much is that going to cost me? I can't afford it. What's the cost of doing this? I want to say right now, I never want you to think that way again, because tradespeople or techs, they don't cost you money. They make you money. Now, this will vary depending on where you're based, but it's broadly speaking, it's right. A good tradesperson or technician is going to generate somewhere in the order of $250,000 in revenue or sales for your business. That's the jobs they're going to do. So you'll be able to bill out their labor, and you can bill out the materials that are associated with their jobs. So it's around about $250,000. Might be a bit more for your business or where you're based or your particular trade. Maybe a little bit less, but it's pretty close. Now, you should be aiming for a gross profit margin of 40%. So what that means is if they are generating $250,000 worth of sales and your gross margin is 40%, you're getting $100,000 worth of gross profit. So it's 250,000 divided by times by 40%. It's 100,000. Just trust me on the maths. So you make $100,000 in profit off the jobs that you do from having an extra tradesperson. This is critical to know, because once you understand this, you realize that actually spending some money and time looking to attract the right people is well worth it. So it's like so important that you understand the numbers, so you know how much profit you're going to make. And if I said to you, hey, I need you to spend an extra $5,000 to secure this person, but you know you're going to get $100,000, you're like, well, that makes sense. I'm getting $95,000. That's still a good win. So you've got to know your numbers. That's the first thing. Second thing is we've got to focus on them. So here's the huge mistake people make. When they write a job ad, and I don't know if you've, maybe just comment if you've found this as well, is when you do a job ad, most job ads talk about your business. They talk about what you need. They talk about your business, which is not so exciting to the potential employee. What's important for them is what they get out of it, that you understand them. So let's focus on their needs, what their problems might be, what their reasons for shifting might be, what the potential upside for them shifting to you might be about. So if your job ad just talks about your business and your projects and what you need, it's as boring as batshit. Let's not do that. Let's make it an advertisement that focuses on them. Third thing, this is massive. This is probably the key to the whole thing. We want to create an employer of choice mentality. So we want to position our opportunity, our business, as the place to work. What that means is when there's a sea of advertisements out there for a plumber or an electrician or whatever trade you're in, we want our job ad and our business to stand out from the crowd. Now, we want the job ad to be good, and the employer of choice will come through in that. But they'll not only see your job ad, but they'll check out everything else about you. They'll check out your social media, they'll check out your web page, they'll check out everything they can online about your business. So we want to make sure that it looks like, super professional, really inviting and attractive. So this is how we go about creating a great ad. The job ad builder. So there's nine boxes to fill, if you like, when you're building your ad. And trust me, you want to put some time and effort into this. Don't just copy someone else's useless ad off one of the online directories, because odds on they're not getting any results. So you don't want to be like them. You want to be better, and this is how you do it. The first key point is the headline. So the headline is massively important. So if you think about people scrolling through job ads, we want the headline to jump out at them as completely different, as something that really grabs their attention. So your headline is simply, it's the ad for the ad. We want it to stand out. So that's super important. So an example might be here. Put the best stuff at the top. Top plumber, top rates, top boss, fun. Okay? You could put some other stuff here, but something that's just not commercial plumber wanted or electrician wanted. In most online directories, that's crazy because it's in the electrician section anyway, so you kind of know that that's what's needed. So that's the first thing. You've got to have a good headline. Then you've got the subhead. So the subhead in most online directories, or even if you're doing it on social media, Facebook or wherever, you have a couple of lines as well, which are right at the top. So you want to make the most of that, and that's really about building interest. So you really want to build the interest once you've got attention. So it's like your opportunity to put your best foot forward, and that could look something like this. It's the bit in red. So earn top rates, earn overtime if you want, rewards, bonus scheme, a relocation allowance, sign-on bonus. And so once they've read this, they're like, wow, this is different. This is not like all the other ads there. You've got my interest. Now, what we find is when you start focusing on the headline and the subhead, the members that we work with, that we find that the number of views on their ads are 3 to 4 times as much as the other ads because they get attention. So that's the first thing. So we've got to get attention. Then we need to, what I call problem agitate. So basically we want to enter the conversation that's going on in the head of the potential employee. Why are they actually shifting? So what we're looking for here is really simply pain points. What are the pain points about where they're working now? So that might be anything. It could be the type of jobs. It could be the culture. That's a huge one. So it's just not fun, or the boss is a bit of a clown, or is not very trustworthy. It might be pay, trust. Could even be opportunities. So we want to talk about that stuff. That's super important. So really quick example here might be, hey, do you want a job where you love coming to work? Do you want a great place to work? We have plenty of scope to learn and have fun and work on interesting projects. That might be something you could put there. Might be, do you need some better opportunities? Is the job you're working at the moment going nowhere and you know you can do better? So what's the focusing on them. It's not about us, it's on them. So really get into the conversation that's going on in their head. So that's super important. That's box 3. Box 4 is, what's your magic story? So that really simply is, why are we different? So you can talk about you can talk about your business then, because you've talked about what's important to them. Now we can start selling what's important about us. What's different about our company? And I'm not talking about the job, I'm talking about the company. So that could be you're growing really quickly. We have an amazing culture. We're dedicated to training and developing the best people. So it's kind of the culture why you're a great place to work. So that's box 4. Box 5 is the opportunity. And so that's the opportunity for this particular job. And you can go through a bunch of specific benefits here. So talk about dollars is important. Hey, and I'm going to be honest, great people want to be paid top dollar. So offer them top dollar. Put it in the ad. Give them a range. Maybe it's between $36 and $47 because that'll attract the best people. They deserve to be paid the best. But money is not everything, 100%. And so there's a whole lot of non-money stuff we can put in here. So that again is opportunities. Again, could be culture, could be training, could be a whole bunch of stuff. So for instance, here's the opportunity. We've listed out here, hey, and I'll just move that up a little bit. There we go. We've got the pay, we've got the company vehicle, latest iPhone, tool allowance, relocation allowance, uniforms, paid off for the birthday, beers, barbecues, and a whole lot of fun, and a boss who's a real good dude. So that's the opportunity. Next box is positioning. So that's what you really need from them. So this is where you say, hey, we don't take anyone to work here, we only take A players. So A players, and that's where you put the skills, attitude in here, culture fit. So that's where you can talk about the high bar you set, the high standard you have for people, because set a high standard in your job ad. You make it sound like you only take the best, because that's what you should do. And if the best read this, they're more likely to kind of vibe with it and want to get on board. Next is the call to action. So just tell them how to actually apply. Really simple. So I typically suggest get them to do a CV and a cover letter. This is a little controversial. I like people to send a photo, and not because I want to see what they look like. Couldn't care less. What I do want to see is, can they attach a photo and follow instructions? So you need something in the call to action that actually shows that they can follow instructions, and have a deadline. So say applications close, and give a date to drive some scarcity and urgency. So anyone who's a little bit undecided, get their application in. So deadline's important. Hey, referrals, huge. So you'll get a bunch of people looking at this if you put it through your social media as well, which you should be doing. We want people to refer. So that's a great strategy. So let's have a look at how that might look. Here we go. Now, if you're not looking right now, but you have a mate or someone you know who's good, hey, we offer a $2,000 referral fee. Might be more. A number of our members are doing more now. Remember, they're worth $100K to you, so giving away a little bit to get them is well worth it. So yeah, you could put a referral fee in there as well. And you maybe put some conditions around that, so you're not getting crazy people referring and that are not good. You definitely want to cover your butt there, which is 100% okay. So that is box 8. And then box 9 is the extras. So we can do a bunch of cool stuff here. We can add some extra stuff. And that might be photos, web address, social media accounts, so they can just see what an awesome place this is. And so here's an example, maybe some photos of you doing cool stuff with your team. So that's the 9-box framework. It's super simple, but it's massively powerful to turn your job ad from a boring piece of copy that you've taken from someone else to actually something that really resonates and vibes with the right person, gets them excited about wanting to apply, and helping you attract the A players so you can build your business and make life and business a whole lot more fun. Hope you found this super helpful. Take good care, and happy hiring. Put the work in with this stuff, because it's 100% worth it.